At the end of the day, you selling product, but you building community through selling your product. But how you continue to enhance that community is through partnerships, relationships. So for us, I just use an example, like we partner with the school to show how, students could work with the university. And we also donated parts of the profit to start a World Envision Scholarship Fund. We sponsor with the athletic department, they scoring touchdowns, they throwing tees, like really how you continue to gravitate that market. And now once they know about your brand, you get them inside your database, and now you're able to remarket to those same people and just keep them going. What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Marlon Watts, co-owner and CEO of World Envision, and we back with another one. Activate Your Vision podcast, a special one, man. I got my boy Ruben from New Orleans, living in Phoenix.
Right.
But he with 24 line.
Correct.
And man, we're gonna be here. We got a lot of gems to drop, but I really want to get into the story first, bro. Like, we've been talking off camera, but really want our audience to know what 24 line is, what you stand for, how you got started, and just let them know a little bit about you.
Right, man. So, my name's Ruben. I'm from New Orleans. Reside in Phoenix now. Man, I went to Phoenix after Hurricane Katrina. And when I got there, man, they kind of opened their arms up to me or whatever. And, I started off in the healthcare field, became, pretty profitable off of that. And I always had a passion, man, for helping kids, especially our people, with the teens and the youth. So, man, we started a movement called Team 24. It's like a community of young athletes. That's how it started off, like young athletes. Because I was a ball player. I went to Aid.
Football?
Yeah, I went to Aid.
Linebacker?
No, receiver.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so, man, when coming out, I was, a top recruiter, whatever. So I messed up, man. So I didn't have nobody there to really, like, guide me in the right direction. So I told myself at the end of the day, man, I had to, when I became who I was going to be, I knew I was going to be successful regardless. If it was sports, if it was an entrepreneur, whatever. So I just took the path of being an entrepreneur, right? So, man, when I got to Phoenix, kind of started doing my thing, created this movement called Team 24. I wanted to start a community of people that had a like-minded mindset with me. A lot of my kids in the football program that I was working with, they always felt though the only way you could be successful is if you played football, or you was a rapper, or you was some kind of like entertainer.
A doctor, lawyer.
Yeah, like right. So it's just like, dude, you can be an entrepreneur and still be successful, right? So that's kind of why I started that movement, right? So the goal of Team 24 is like to create a community, man, of people, like-minded people that are other entrepreneurs that have the same vision as me, is giving back to other entrepreneurs to be successful.
Wow.
Like I feel like a lot of time we fight, especially as people, we fight one another and we don't help each other, right? So my goal is to try to give back to other entrepreneurs that also in return gonna give back to me, and then we create a community that's going to elevate us.
Man, that's big, because that's the exact same thing that we actually doing with Activate Your Vision. And we did it without really knowing it, because we didn't have nobody to like go watch YouTube videos on when we was getting started. And we did. We had one person. It was Sherrod with God is Dope. I don't know if y'all actually used to check out some of those videos with God is Dope. So he was probably about the only person that we did see on YouTube putting out stuff. And it just so happened where, like, they stopped making videos, and we were growing our brand, so we felt, and we was also cool with them too, so we felt it was like our duty to kind of like pick up and start giving out game, showing people what we learned and how we had grew our brand. Because when we first met him and we recorded a video that's on YouTube, we wasn't even doing $10,000. We haven't even like done $10,000 with the brand. Probably was like, a month. So we probably was only doing like $2,000, $3,000 a month. After we met him, 60 days later, started doing $10,000. And the main advice that we got was we was just trying to do too much. A lot of times when you get your brand started, we just try to have 5 different designs, 5 different colorways. And what he had gave us was just told us, like, if they got 10 people in the room right now and everybody got on all 10 of your different designs, in reality, we not gonna know what brand is in the room. But when you all come, like how y'all standing like right here, where everybody got the same design on, we like, well, is it a team over here? What's going on? You're intrigued with that. And so that one, concept and strategy like helped us grow our brand to $10,000 a month. And when we started creating a community and giving those games, people started to, comment under the videos like, how can they work with us more? And we really didn't have anything. And then was like, one day, let's create that community, activate your vision. And that all started really with just giving out, not even giving out, but selling ebooks. So it was like putting out information in digital PDFs and then selling it. And then we was like, man, well, we giving them game, but we not actually like interacting with them. Or even when we do these videos, people watch the videos, but they don't really interact with us. They just get to watch us. It's like now people come and see us doing these podcasts. Like, man, I watch you on YouTube. They get to actually see who you are and get that energy that they get from the video, but it's different when it's in person. And so with us doing that, we was able to create a community. Right now we got over 220 brands inside the community. You guys actually just joined the community also, so appreciate that. And that community is like dedicated for people that's, you know, in e-commerce and generally, just so having the majority of people that's in it have brands, but like it's the same principles that we teach can apply to any business, because it's all about really, the number one thing is really transforming who you are to who you really want to be inside of your business. And that's the main thing that we, you know, teaching people is mindset. Once you got the mindset, now you got the information, now it's just time to execute on it.
Brand owners that's ready to acquire their first 100 customers and make over $1,000 every single month, this is for you. We have created our Activate Your Vision University. We have been working on this for the last 4 months. And inside of this university, it has every system that we have created and are currently using to continuously scale our brand, WRLDINVSN, right now. Yes, you're gonna get the Facebook ads. Yes, you're gonna get the email and text message marketing play. But ultimately, I want you to join our network of brand owners for only $7 for 7 days. Now, at the end of these 7 days, let me go ahead on and break the news to you. We will not charge your card like other most subscription-based programs. All right, we will allow you to experience and enjoy these 7 days without having you thinking on the 8th day, oh, I'm about to get charged. No, this is not that. We want to see if you are a good fit for the network, and we also want to see if we are a good fit for you to help you scale and help you grow to, like I said, acquiring your first 100 customers and making over $1,000 every single month. Click the link somewhere on the screen, get access for only $7. Every brand owner, every clothing brand, we can help you scale. Let's get it.
Man, we coming here today because I know, like I said, y'all just joined the community. What questions can I answer, like, to help y'all get the thing going? I know y'all killing it inside the healthcare, inside the community, and now y'all getting a brand launch. So what's some of those, you know, some of those struggles or pain points that you may be having right now?
Yeah, man. I know you guys, like I said, this is our first time meeting this weekend, right?
Yep.
But, you know, it's crazy how the community y'all created help people from a distance and you don't even know, right? So you from New Orleans too, right?
Yep.
So we never met. You know, I moved to Arizona, 2001, and then we connected. So I could show you how old I am, right?
Dang, bro. Look, young boys and I was in mid group, the mid group, y'all the mid group right now,
Yeah.
man. Do you know, like, how, if you don't mind, how old are you?
I'm old, man.
40?
Yeah.
Man, I just want to say, man, that's big, like, honestly, because we meet a lot of people that shy away or fear doing stuff like this, dealing with social media, starting their brand.
Right.
So just for right now on the camera, I just want to say salute and congratulations.
Appreciate
because,
you, bro.
Like, you know, it's easier for, you know, as young people to sit up here and do that. But for you to be, you know, showing older people that has never, you know, it's never too late to go ahead and keep building and starting generational wealth.
Right. No, man, that's big, man. But, you know, when I started, you know, when we started the chapter of the clothing brand of 24 line, I ain't know nothing. So what I did, kind of what you said, I was like, man, I'm a person that I need to learn. I need knowledge. So I went on YouTube. So I went to just searching everything about this brand, that brand, this brand. And I was getting a whole lot of different information. So, you know, because I had, you know, a successful business outside of the clothing brand, I was like, all right, well, I'm going to just throw money at it. You know, so I took $150,000 and was like, man, look, I'm going to Alibaba. I'm going to get all this stuff. So I went and got all this inventory. I was getting backpacks, socks, everything. But I ain't have no true identity of like where I wanted to go with my brand. So just so happened when you look on YouTube and you look at a video, they give you similar like videos. So that's when I saw y'all's. And then I seen something with like a lot of views. I said, man, let me click on it. So when I clicked on it, then when I heard y'all say y'all from New Orleans, I said, I'm locked in. So I went subscribe. So then I started hearing the different stuff that y'all said. And I'm like, wow, man, I wish I would have knew this before I went and spent this money, right? Because nobody never taught me that. So then when I started seeing like y'all had the community of the different things, I was like, man, I got to figure out how to tap into these dudes to figure out like how I can be a part of that community. To me, it doesn't matter how old you are, how big you are. To me, your growth gonna come in the people that surround you. So you got to surround yourself with like-minded people, no matter what it is. So I'm humble enough to know, man, these young cats doing it. Let me tap in with these young cats, man, to be able to, elevate myself. That's my biggest thing as an entrepreneur, man. I need to be humble. The more humble I am, because I know the things that was popping when I was back in the day, it's not the same now. Things different. So when I seen what you guys was doing, I was like, man, I hope they don't look at the old man and say, you know what? Nah, man, you ain't it. So salute to you, man. You don't even know from thousands of miles away in Arizona, y'all message reached out there. And when I seen y'all, you feel me, I was like, oh man, I gotta tap in with folks. So immediately when you told me, I was like, look, I need to do the community. You came, you told me, hey, this is what it is. I ain't care, your price is your price. I just need to get into your community. Because I feel as though y'all created value based off of y'all name. So that's why I'm sitting here today, because I'm a fan, and I feel like me being a part of your community is gonna elevate me to something, and it's actually gonna save me money and help me. So now I gotta take about 10 steps back to take something forward. But if I was in that community before, I wouldn't have to do that.
And I go two statements. One, with the manufacturing side, kind of what we talked about, to give everybody that tip, because we ran into the same thing, like going back and forth with some people don't even get samples when they're ordering some stuff.
Right.
So if you're one of the ones that just saw some and manufacture goods, so understand the difference between wholesale and distribution and manufacturers. So wholesalers and distributors are going to be within the states, and they're going to already have proven product. So which we call it like a proven silhouette. So you can go and buy blank shorts, you go and buy blank hoodies, you go buy blank shirts, and they already have all the sizing and everything that you want. It's not going to be like a lot of customization to it, but you're able to get it, start printing on it, and broaden on it, doing what you got to do. When you start working with manufacturers, now we starting to talk about making stuff almost from start to finish. So we talking about tech packs, having sizing and stuff, and that, when people getting started with their brand, in reality, they really don't know that stuff. We didn't know that stuff. So what we recommend right there is if you have stuff that you either made or you know what you want, we recommend go and get it, buy it, ship it to your manufacturer, and tell them to duplicate that item for you. You may even could write on the item, do different things that you want. And now we realize that that's shortened our turnaround time with getting product and stuff that, like, we told you this, we told you that. Now copy this right here, and then we kind of go from there.
So let me ask you this. So if you do that, right, and say I buy a product, so prime example, we talked before, Harry, I got a Letterman's jacket that we're doing. So I created the tech pack, and I sent it to him, it's wrong, right? So would you recommend you shy away from that manufacturer? If you sent them a sample, you sent them a tech pack, they still got it wrong? Or do you keep going back and forth with that manufacturer until they get it right?
Peep this out. What you're gonna realize is every manufacturer isn't good at everything. So you may be going to that manufacturer for varsities, but they may be the best at shorts. So the first question that we ask manufacturers is like, what they produce the most, like what they make the most of. And so we kind of weave ourselves around, going to different manufacturers for different things. We don't clog up all our stuff at one manufacturer, because then it's still about production. Not that one person is taking the amount of, you put in a bulk order for multiple different things, they only working on it as they finish it. But when you disappear, we can have stuff coming in from this manufacturer, and this manufacturer, and going with what they actually good at. So that could be one thing that, where it's like, no, don't leave them, maybe find out what they're good at. Second thing is, like, it could be the individual sometimes. Even though you made a sent them this, if you sent them this exact same thing and they didn't get it right, then you gotta need to talk to them. But if it's where like you sent them a tech pack and maybe they still got it wrong, that's still maybe you working with the manufacturer and understanding what you really got to do to get the product where you really need it. And so that just be a little bit of tweaking. But 9 times out of 10, when you sending it to them, they should get it right on the mark. You know what I mean? Another thing that I would recommend is getting your manufacturer to send you the different swatches. send you the different fabrics that they have, so that way you can already just feel it. And you know, usually those fabrics and swatches have like the labels to it or codes on them, and now you could just give them the direct codes, so that way there's no like mishap. Like, this the cotton I want to use that y'all sent. This the number for it. Let's put this on now.
Gotcha. Okay. So another question for you. So, is it a bad thing to have too many? Is it such thing as to have too many manufacturers?
No, I don't think it's a such thing, because as you continue to just grow at the level that we at, like right now, even with printing, we're looking to continue to expand out different print shops, just for the simple fact of two reasons. We don't want stuff all just getting holed up at one place. Right. And then secondly, when it's time for times like a Black Friday and Essence Fest, or you know, festivals, we want to be able to get as much in as possible. So like, once again, you just get held up when you're using one person. And you can use one person up until a certain standpoint. Like, you know what I mean? Like right now, if you got a print shop, they doing good, you cranking out, it's not gonna be until you know, doing hundreds of thousands of dollars with your brand that you're gonna need to make the decision to get more. But already in your mind, start to position your brand in that way. Already start having conversations with other people to price match, to start sampling out them. What we would do is, like, for small runs, we would have a manufacturer that just did like our core items. And let's just say a company wanted to do a collab with us. We would now send those collab items to another print shop, so that way it doesn't affect the normal work stuff or what we got going on. Right. So that's the different, you know, reason why we'll have different manufacturers. And it's never enough.
Gotcha. So another question for you. So how do you guys balance like the creativity and the business side of things?
I say us being good partners, because I'm more business side and Nick is more creativity. Okay. But balancing it truly is like being within schedule. Like our team, like we operate like on a schedule. It's like, okay, we're gonna meet in the mornings, we go over operations. We're gonna have, you know, sales meetings. We're gonna have, you know, product meetings. And, you know, that's the time that we set aside to work on those things. And a lot of times those things don't get done because we don't have that on the schedule to actually work on. So like that would be my first thing, like actually for brand owners that's looking to get started and looking to have those times to be creative. You can't be creative all day.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can't work on your business all day. It's like, it's phases inside of your business. And for the people that's watching this, I want y'all to understand what these phases are. So number one phase is gonna be the technician. That's gonna be the person doing pretty much everything. That means that you're gonna be doing your customer service, you're gonna be doing your fulfillment, you're gonna be doing your production. You can't even think about being creative because you're doing.
Right.
The next person is gonna be that manager, and that's gonna be the person that may be able to think a little bit more creatively and making sure things going on. And then the last person is gonna be that entrepreneur, creating that vision and those partnerships and stuff like that. So you really need to understand like what part you're gonna be at inside of your business and balance it off within a schedule. And that's gonna give you the allowed time to figure out like how do you be creative. And actually just being creative in general, I would recommend like what we do is like we create mood boards. We use Notion, so we create different systems on Notion where we can keep the stuff inside of, just to always refer back to it. Because we'll have times where we call it a vote, where like we create so much stuff, but we never go back to it, or we never see it, or we never like, you know, bring it through the actual process. So we started just housing things in one area, so that when it was time, we could always go back to it, see it, continue to develop it, and just bring it to life. Like bring your creativity to life.
So I got one more question for you, man, and I think this is what the biggest thing that we're trying to figure out and work with as far as our brand. Like the best way to creatively attack the marketing scene of it and retain loyal customer fan base.
Okay, so that's something uniquely that we even working on right now, and it go back to what you said, bro. It's building community. Like at the end of the day, you selling product, but you building community through selling your product.
Right.
And already, I'm pretty sure you already know, we talk about it all the time, database. You make sure you have your email and your text. That's gonna be your immediately community. Right. But how you continue to enhance that community is through partnerships, relationships. So for us, I just use an example, like we partner with the school to show how, you know, students could work with the university, and we produce shirts for the College of Business, and we also donated parts of the profit to start a WRLDINVSN scholarship fund. Now the school's sending it out in the email blast. You know, we sponsor with the athletic department. They scoring touchdown, they throwing tees, and that's like really how you continue to gravitate that market. And now once they know about your brand, you get them inside your database, and now you're able to remarket to those same people and just keep them going. But engaging with the community is what's going to really shift the mindset of those people. I'll give you one more example too, since we athletes, and I'll go with football. So the reason, because of partnerships, and the reason why to grow your brand, let's just take a college athlete, the #1 college athlete, they only reach a certain level basically in college. And it's not until they get drafted that immediately when they get drafted, people look at them differently now.
Right, facts.
They was the same person, the same day in college,
right,
but they got drafted in the first round, and now their life is completely different because they brand themselves, themselves as a brand, got attached to the NFL brand, got attached to the Saints, and now they playing on TV. So because they got exposed to another brand and attached themselves to another brand, they grew community, and now people look at them in a different way. So that's how, I try to put it out there for people to understand.
It's crazy you say that, man, because like when you say community, because I'm an athlete, that's one of the first things that we created as far as this marketing. So we started doing NIL deals for athletes. So like if you go check out our Instagram, you'll see we just signed the ASU women's girls basketball. We just signed their 2 top players.
Damn.
Yeah, and both of them are projected to go in the first round of the WNBA draft next year. So, once again, when you create that community, and especially because I'm an athlete, that's kind of one of the marketing strategies we're using. And like you said, once they here and then they move here, and if your brand is attached to them and that, like I would say, man, for me, if I had to give any kind of feedback for anybody that's starting a business overall, like you said, if you can't get a community and a network, it's gonna be hard for you to be successful, man.
Yeah, in this day and age.
Yeah, it's social media cool, but it's all about who you know at the end of the day. So I'm pretty sure right now a lot of people don't have no clue who I am.
They're gonna know you after this one.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Because I linked up with you guys, right, and whoever else I link up with, you feel me, we had InvestFest this weekend. We linked up with so many different people. So now all of a sudden, since we've been here, our Instagram really wasn't popping. We, day 2, day 3, we already up 120 Instagram followers.
Crazy.
Just from showing up.
Just from showing up, being in the room.
Yeah, being in the room with people like y'all. So, at the end of the day, I would just tell people that, man, you gotta create a community, and you gotta create relationships.
Man, y'all right here, man. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel. Remember, we got that all access pass in the description. 7 days for $7. Join our community. Is there anything that you want to leave the audience with, and how can they find you?
Man, we're heavy on Instagram. They can go to Instagram _24line, or we on TikTok _24line. And then also we got our nonprofit, man. Definitely, that's _Team24 community. You go sign on, subscribe, follow, whatever, and they'll see all of the movement that we do, man. And like I said, it's about us pouring back into other businesses as well. We always looking to collaborate with people, so it is what it is.
Hey, y'all heard it right here, man. 24 line, WRLDINVSN, activate your vision. We just chopped it up. We just went crazy. Appreciate y'all. I'm Marlon Watts, co-owner and CEO of WRLDINVSN, and we out, baby. All right, what's good? I'm sorry I got to interrupt this video, but we giving a lot of game right now, and I'm giving you an opportunity to join our AYV University for only $7, all right? So we're going to be giving you a 7-day all-access pass inside of our university. Literally right here, we giving so much game. Y'all enjoyed that game? Yeah. Appreciate that. And what we need them to do?
Activate your vision.
All right, go ahead on and click the link in the description. Go ahead, try that trial out.